All right, Shalom. This is Brother Gabar, the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, before I hop into the lesson, I would like to give all praises to the Most High and their true Paleo-Hebrew names and in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. Yahawah being the true name of the Father, and YAHAWASHI being the true name of his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, Jehovah, Yeshua, Yahweh, and all these other false names, man. But his one true name is YAHAWASHI. All right, and with that, I would like to say, Kal Halayim, Le Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder as well, YAHAWAH, by Yasharallah. And Shalom to you, brothers and sisters, pushing and keeping this truth and faith and the sincerity unto the end, man. All right. So the title of this lesson, gonna be somewhere around our words and our message is directly influenced by the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right, because just in the spirit of, people, we are just men, but we are men who are being dealt with by the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? He's imparting in us his wisdom, his knowledge, this word, his spirit. So yes, we are just men on this side, but the Lord is using us as his vessels. The Lord is using us as his mouthpiece. So when you hear these words and this message, this testimony of these scriptures, man, coming from the mouth of men, all right, yet you might be seeing it and hearing it coming from the mouth of a man of the Lord, but ultimately, man, it's the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI who is, moving that brother's mouth, putting the thoughts on that brother's mind. So really, you are hearing the voice of the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man. When you are hearing this truth, this message, this testimony being taught in truth and in sincerity, you are not hearing just men. You are hearing the voice of the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. When these scriptures and this testimony is getting brought out in truth and in sincerity, you are hearing the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So when you turn away from it, you're not turning away from a mere man, mere men. You are turning away from the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right. So I wanted to start in the book of Romans chapter 10. And I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, "For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." Right? "How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in whom they have not heard?" All right. So how they going to believe if they have not heard? Right? "And how shall they hear without a preacher?" All right. So as many preachers and prophets on the earth right now, man, giving out the name of the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, Yahweh the Father, YAHAWASHI the Son. All right. It's like it. How should they? All right. So you hear it, believe on it, because it's truth, is real. Right? It says, "And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent?" All right, because the Lord has set up and sent out certain individuals, certain men of the Lord, man, to do this work, to relay the Lord's testimony, man. All right. And they're going to be coming to you in the Lord's true names. They're going to be coming to you in the volume of the book, man. Everything they saying is going to line up in accordance to this book, this word, the word of the Lord, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. That's how you know that, that's how you know, you judge a tree according to its fruits, man. If they coming to you claiming to be a man or woman of the Lord, but calling on Jesus, or saying you could eat whatever you want, or so on and so forth, man, that does not line up in accordance to this book. So you would judge that tree accordingly. Okay, well, they clearly ain't speaking according to the Spirit of the Lord. All right, so on and so forth, man. But point being in bringing this out is the Lord has he has set up individuals, man, to relay his word, to relay his testimony, to relay his name. All right, because it says, verse 13, "For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." All right, so his brothers putting that name in this message and this testimony out. All right, people, so it's no excuse if it's being presented to you, because you done heard the Lord's name. All right, you done heard that you were Israelite. You done heard, you probably heard certain prophecies and things that's going to befall this place. Now, are you going to believe them? Huh? Are you going to claim to be an Israelite? You going to start calling on the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI? You going to keep the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of your ability? If you're not of the elect, You know what I'm saying? You not. If the Lord didn't give you the eyes to see and ears to hear, you not. This truth ain't gonna make sense to you. But if he gave you them eyes to see and ears to hear, hearken unto the men of the Lord, because that is the voice of the Lord on this side, man. He literally set brothers up to be his mouthpieces, man. You know, so when you hearing brothers speak, they speaking through the spirit of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know, so hearing a brother, a sincere man of the Lord speak is synonymous to hearing the Lord speak. You know, and that's important. Which is gonna lead me to my next precept. Bear with me, BAHASHAM, which just means please in a Paleo Hebrew. All right, this next precept is coming out of the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2 and Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, I'm starting at verse 4. The book of Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 4. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord God. Or in that they are talking about is the children of Israel, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Our people are very stiff-hearted and stiff-minded. You know, they don't want to move, they don't want to budge. So you could tell them this truth all day long, but if they got a stiff mind and a stiff heart, they ain't gonna receive it, man. They ain't gonna move them, you know. All right, but it says, verse 5, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall they know that they have been a prophet among them, man. So whether they hear, whether they listen, or whether they forbear, whether they, man, I don't want to hear that. Nah, I ain't down with that. Whatever the case may be, you do your job and you relay this message. You relay this truth. When the Lord tell you to speak, speak. Whether they get it and receive it is not up to you. You know, we just got to do our job and mark individuals. You feel me? And make it to where nobody has any excuses, man. All right. And it also says whether they will hear or forbear, so whether they listen or not, you tell them, right? And it says yet shall they know that there have been a prophet among them. So whether they listen to you or not, you know, when they lead the conversation, when they walk away from you, and the things that we have been saying, you know, these prophecies are playing out, these things are befalling the earth, they're gonna know that a prophet have been among them. Whether they can subscribe to this truth or not, they're gonna know within their heart and their mind and their spirit that a prophet have been among them, and that they was being dealt with by a man of the Lord, a person of the Lord, which is synonymous to being dealt with by the Lord, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, and they either hearkened unto it or walked away from it. You know, that's not on us. You know what I'm saying? That's not on you. You know, we just got to do our part. And this lesson is stemming from, I was having a conversation earlier. And, you know, the individual always, well, not always, but frequently asking questions about, you know, being an Israelite and so on and so forth. So I just responded with, are you intrigued? Is that why you keep asking? And that individual like, hell no. You feel me? So that's kind of what prompted this lesson, man. You know, because it's like, you asking all these questions, you inquiring, you know, but it's either you down or you're not. Is no middle ground, you know. And I also in this message and our testimony being directly influenced by the Lord, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, I made a point to say that because, man, when they hearing this truth, it's not coming from just the mouths of men, man. Like the Lord is using us as vessels, so it's the Lord speaking to you, man. You know, so that like, hell nah, it was just like, dang, that's, you know, it's like the Lord reaching his hand out to you, and that's like somebody, nah, I don't want that, you know. So whether they hear or forbear, man, keep shining your light, keep relaying this word, keep relaying this truth, you know, confidently too, and boldly, you know, because we know this is the truth. All right, and nobody can take that from us. All right. So again, whether they hear or forbear, you tell them the truth, man. My next precept is going to be coming out of the book of Exodus, chapter 4. It's just a point I wanted to get on how the Lord uses men, you know, as vessels, as his mouthpieces to fulfill his will. All right. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 4. And I'm starting at verse 14. All right. And it says, Salakia, Exodus chapter 4 and verse 14. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well, and also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be thy spokesperson unto the people, and he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. All right. So basically, man, the Lord was setting up Moses and Aaron, you know, as his mouthpiece to deal with the children of Israel, to delegate and speak and to, you know, deal with the children of Israel. And I just wanted to bring that out because the Lord is doing the same thing in these times. He has set up men, you know, to be his mouthpiece, you know, to do his will, to do his work. All right. The scripture said, so like it says, verse 15, and thou shalt speak unto him and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do, man. It's the Lord YAHAWASHI he's with our mouths in these times as well. He, you know what I'm saying? He through the Spirit, through the Spirit, the Lord YAHAWASHI Spirit, this lesson is coming out, you know? So he's still with our mouths in these times, man. And the overall point being, when you're hearing this message in truth and in sincerity, you're not only hearing the voice of a man, but you're hearing the voice of the Lord YAHAWASHI through that man. You know what I'm saying? Through this wisdom and knowledge. All right. In verse 16 it says, and he shall be thy spokesman unto the people. All right. That's what we are, man. We are the spokesman for the Lord YAHAWASHI to our people, to this world, to this wicked behind kingdom. We are the ambassadors, the messengers for the Lord YAHAWASHI, just like he set up Moses and Aaron to be in that first Egypt, you know, that first captivity, you know, this being that second Egypt, man. You know, this place is spiritually called Egypt, you know, Sodom and Egypt. All right. But point being, he's setting up mouthpieces. He's setting up messengers. He's setting up spokesmen in these times as well. So when you hear the voice, when you hear the voice of a man of the Lord, you know, who is teaching his word in truth and in sincerity, according to the Spirit of the Lord YAHAWASHI, you are not only hearing his voice, but you're hearing the voice of the Lord YAHAWASHI speaking through him, you know. And that was the point for that precept, just to get in that example. All right. And this next precept, bear with me, is going to be coming out of the book of Acts chapter 5. The book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 1. All right. So this is Acts chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, but a certain man named Ananias with Sapphira his wife sold a possession and kept back part of the price. His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet. All right, so just for context, during this time, Israel was selling their possessions and bringing the money, you know, to the congregation, so it can be what's the word? So it can be portioned out unto the whole congregation. So, you know, so no man, no woman would be in need. Everybody would have what they needed. You know, that's righteous, man. That's just, you know. But it says, when they sold their possession, you know, this husband and their wife, Ananias and Sapphira, when they sold their possession, they kept some of the money to themselves and laid a certain percentage. They gave a certain percentage to the apostles, but they were supposed to bring everything unto the Lord. You feel me? But they kept back a certain portion. So it says, verse 3. But Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost and to keep back part of the price of the land? All right. So Peter did not say, he did not say, why has Satan filled thy heart to lie to me? He says, why hath Satan filled thy heart to lie to the Holy Ghost, man, to the Spirit, by him being deceitful and lying unto the apostles? That was him ultimately being lying and being deceitful unto the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right. So, and I'm bringing this out as an example, you know, just of when you dealing with a sincere man of the Lord, man, a person of the Lord, sincerely relaying this message in truth and sincerity, man. You're not just dealing with a man, all right. You dealing with the Lord YAHAWASHI, who is moving through that man, you know, using him as a vessel, using him as a spokesperson, you know. God, and it says, verse 4, whiles it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thy own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thy heart, that thou hast not lied unto men, but unto God? YAHAWASHI, man. All right, so he did not lie and be deceitful just unto men, but unto the Lord YAHAWASHI, because those men were in the place of the Lord YAHAWASHI. Same thing in these times, man. Them brothers out there on the highways and byways, teaching this word, on the internet, doing these lessons, teaching this truth, man. Dang, I lost my train of thought. Salakia. Damn. Point being is, when you hear this message, you're not just hearing it from men, man. You're hearing it from the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, speaking through his men. All right, and that main point, thou hast not lied unto men, but unto YAHAWASHI. So when you relay this truth to somebody and they turn away from it, they're not turning away from you. They turning away from the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, which is the point. So like, what the point being, the Lord is speaking through us. So, you know, turning away from us is synonymous to turning away from the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, and I wanted to get one more example, one more precept to end it off, and this is the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and all right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, starting at verse 55. And it says, matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 53, Salakia. All right, so this is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 53. And it came to pass that when Yahawashi had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished and said, whence have this man this wisdom and these mighty works? All right, so the Lord YAHAWASHI, he went amongst his own people, man, and he was teaching them, you know, teaching them the prophecies, teaching him the wisdom and the knowledge of the Lord YAHAWASHI, you know, and they were astonished, you know, they was amazed at the things that he was speaking, the knowledge that he had, the wisdom that he had, right? Look, but look at their response though. It says, whence have this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Like where this man got this wisdom in these mighty works from? Where he got this power from, right? And it says, and it follows up with, is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brother James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? All right. And our 2/3 of our people are in that same spirit today, man. You know, because they you know, they your family, you know, they your friends, you know, maybe you done dated them or dealt with them in the past, whatever the case may be. They hear this, you know, and you done changed, you became a new man, a new creature within the Lord YAHAWASHI. So when they hear this wisdom coming from you, this power coming from you, it's like, where you get this from? You know what I'm saying? We went to high school together. We, you know, you my little brother. You know, we used to work together. Like, where you get this wisdom? That's the same way they treated the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, but even though they move like that, it doesn't diminish or negate our word and our message and how it has been directly influenced by the Spirit of the Lord YAHAWASHI through the wisdom and the knowledge of the Lord YAHAWASHI. So yeah, they could say, hey, ain't you the carpenter's son, man? What you talking about? You know, even when we out on the highways and byways, man, people will walk right past us because it looked like just men in weird clothes. You know, the garments that we wear to the outside view, it looked weird. It looked whatever. It's different, you know, but it just walked right past us. Oh man, you know, we have people call us bums, you know, but not knowing that the Lord is in the midst. All right, the scriptures say where 2 or 3 are gathered together, there the Lord is in the midst, roughly paraphrasing, man. So these people, they not just, you know, turning a blind eye to just men. They're not closing their ears to the message and the words of men. They're not just walking past and disregarding men, man. They disregarding the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, and it ain't on us to beat it in nobody's head, man. We do our job. We relay the message. You know, and the Lord the Lord does the sifting. All right, yeah, he gonna get it. Nah, he ain't gonna get it. Yeah, she might listen. Nah, don't even tell her. Oh, nah, get that brother right there. Nah, don't worry about him. You know what I'm saying? We just relay the message, man. We do our part. We play our role. You know. And man, you know, that was the last precept I had. The main point of this lesson is just our message, our testimony is directly influenced by the Spirit of the Lord YAHAWASHI. Is directly influenced by the Lord YAHAWASHI. So when you turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to a man of the Lord, you are ultimately turning away from the Lord YAHAWASHI, which is our only hope. You understand? And with that, I pray and hope that a lesson was edifying and are encouraging. And with that, I would like to say, Kal Halayim, Le Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashah, Ha Rakak Wadashama Maf. All right, and Shalom.